I once made a video, Why Pokemon is Becoming Stale, about a year ago here on the channel, and I still stand by that statement. Game Freak hasn't been doing anything new for years now, and I think people finally started to get sick of the formula with Sword and Shield's release. I definitely feel like I heard more complaints about it at least, with the whole Dexit controversy, but well, the data speaks otherwise. Pokemon Sword and Shield is Nintendo's best-selling Pokemon game ever, which definitely speaks volumes about how beloved Pokemon is by its fans, even if I believe Dexit was still warranted to complain about to this day. For me personally though, I stopped playing Pokemon right around when Sun and Moon came out. I just got sick and tired of the same old. Go to this town, grab a new Pokemon, fight this gym leader, do it 8 times, maybe throw in Team Rocket or Team Skull or whatever they're calling them nowadays, and then at the end of the game face the Elite Four with literally every single Pokemon game. Sun and Moon tried to change things up a bit with the island kahunas, but let's be honest, the core gameplay was the same shit. It just had a Hawaiian skin all over it. I can't really speak much for Sword and Shield because I didn't play it, but again, I just felt no desire to shell out the $60 needed to try it out. Also, the fact that Nintendo sells 2 different versions of the same game is kinda scummy. If you want to get all the Pokemon, you gotta shell out the price of 2 full AAA games. And don't get me started on Nintendo's business practices again, I think I talked about that enough in the last video. I get that the main appeal of each Pokemon is to catch the new Pokemon that get released with each iteration, but I even lost interest in the Pokemon themselves. Their designs just weren't as interesting to me. It could just be nostalgia glasses, but the Kanto region just can't be beat for me. And again, since Game Freak hasn't changed the core gameplay of Pokemon in literally 20 plus years, there's not a single Pokemon fiber in my body anymore. That is, until I saw the trailer for Pokemon Legends. Now, this is how you get me hyped for a Pokemon game. Screw Pokemon Snap, screw the remake of Pearl and Diamond, I've seen enough remakes to last me a lifetime at this point. Legends is gonna be a freaking legendary Pokemon game if Game Freak gets this right. Immediately, I'm loving the open world vibe this game is giving off. An absolutely free roam Pokemon game. The camera pans out with your character standing on a hill and you see this vast mountain in the distance. Tell me that's not a shot from Breath of the Wild. You gotta be kidding me. I love it. How can you not love it? Breath of the Wild was freaking awesome. Then we get another shot of a path leading through a river down into a valley and you see Pokemon just free roaming in the fields. No more running into Pokemon anymore. Put that shit back in the 20th century where it belongs. Nah, we just throw the balls straight up at the Pokemon while we're free roaming. Oh, and Pokemon battles themselves? Just look at this. This is the Pokemon game I always dreamed of as a kid. The Pokemon are fighting by your side. No more of this switch in, switch out stuff. Honestly, I just can't believe it took Nintendo this long to make a Pokemon game like this. What were they waiting for? To be fair, judging by how well Sword and Shield sold, they didn't even have to do this. But thank God they're deciding to get creative here. That's one thing I love about Nintendo, they're always innovating. Zelda didn't even need a major rehaul, but after Skyward Sword, they were like, let's blow these people's minds away with Breath of the Wild. Now, it's not all rainbows and unicorns though. The frame rate for Legends looks like dog shite, but it's coming out in 2022 guys, let's cut them a break. It's gonna take some time for them to get the game optimized, and obviously the game needs a ton of polish. Add some people into the towns, improve the frame rate, and you got my new favorite Pokemon game on your hands. Another great thing to see here though, is that Game Freak seems to be focusing more on Pokemon Legends than they are the remake for Diamond and Pearl. Nintendo, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you for once. You'd think they'd put more effort into the remake, because shoot, that's probably the safer route, but taking the risk with Legends, I am definitely surprised. Now, the reason I say that they're focusing more on Legends is that the presentation made it seem like the majority of GameWorks' team is actually working on Legends, while they're outsourcing the development for the Pokemon Pearl remake to some studio called Ilka. I've never heard of them, but apparently they have some experience in the industry and had a hand in some notable titles like Dragon Quest XI. Pokemon Pearl's director will also be working with the team in some small capacity, I'm sure. And honestly, let's be real, if they screw up a remake, that would just be really bad on their part. I'm curious as to whether gyms will be included this time around in Pokemon Legends. They're definitely changing the core gameplay mechanics for sure, but it seems more like the legendary Pokemon on the game's cover art will play more of a role in the plot than it did previously in the series. It may be your motivation for setting out on your adventure this time around, rather than setting out to become the world champion like in so many games before. Would I mind if gyms were included in Legends? Maybe not, honestly. Here's my dream idea for Pokemon Legends, guys. You ready? Okay. What if gyms were side content? That would be so freaking awesome. They could be almost like shrines in Breath of the Wild, kinda like a bunch of mini dungeons that you'd need to complete. I just don't want them to be the main attraction of the series anymore. I'm sick and tired of the old formula. But for the first time in a long time, I can finally say that I am stoked out of my mind for a Pokemon game. What did you all think of the Pokemon presentation? The game I found most appealing was Pokemon Legends, obviously, but did you guys find the remakes to be more your fancy? Let me know down in the comments below, guys, and, like, subscribe, whatever, or Ilka is gonna screw up the Pokemon remakes.